Welcome to episode 4 of Vlogmas. I'm starting filming this on Saturday afternoon. We are under an amber weather warning at the moment. So if you can hear noise, it's very, very windy outside. We're just having a quiet day in today. We had hoped to go and do something Christmassy out and about today, but most places are closed, I think, today because the weather is so bad. So we're having a quiet day in and I'm getting a lot of knitting done. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach in knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. So if you can hear the wind whistling outside, that is why. So I'm going to show you the update on my knitting and open the advent calendars. So I've been prioritizing my hat, or not my hat, my daughter's hat. I think I am actually past the halfway point now. So I found out yesterday because I was working on the pattern yesterday, and I realized that I should have increased to 144 stitches, which is what I did for Simon's hat, and I only increased to 136 stitches. So the first hat I knitted for Simon, I definitely did 144 stitches, which I knitted like nearly a year ago. Yeah, started by a year ago because I finished it on the way to Norway last year. And then I knitted this one recently. Well, I just finished it last week, and when Simon tried it on, he said, oh, it feels a bit more snug than my last one. And I was like, well, it might just be because you worn your last one a lot. But I'm wondering whether I did 136 stitches on this one as well now. But without trying to count the stitches after I've cast on, it's a bit difficult to tell. So I have just left it. We were yesterday when I realised I'd only cast on to 136 for Vanessa, whether I should rip it back because her head is about the same size as Simon's. But I did kind of lay it out and measure it against this blue hat, and it does knit up to the same size. Hold the two hats up against each other, it does feel like it's exactly the same size, so I think I'm going to be okay. And I am just at, or maybe a tiny bit past, the halfway point. So a few days ago I worked out how much I had to knit and when I have to finish it by, and I'd like to finish it by next Thursday because I've also got to knit one for my other daughter, and I'm teaching next Friday, so I won't get much knitting done then. So I set myself a target of knitting 5 centimeters a day, which I talked about in the previous Vlogtober video. And yesterday I did 6 centimeters, and the day before I did 7. So I am 3 centimeters ahead of schedule. So I've only done that much on this hat today, only a couple of rounds. But I am it's Saturday today, and when I watch Strictly Come Dancing tonight, I'm going to knit on this because it's nice and easy to knit on while I'm watching dancing, because my other projects are a little bit more difficult to knit while I'm watching dancing. So making progress on that. I'd like to really push myself and do 5 centimeters a day, because there might be days when I don't get a lot done because I'm out and about or teaching or whatever. I've got workshop next Friday, and that's my last workshop before Christmas. But on that day I won't get home probably till like 6:30, and then I'm quite often very tired because there's a lot of driving. So I don't know how much I'll get done in the evening. And then my other project, I'm up to day 7. It's the 7th today, so I'm up to day 7. Which the previous Vlogmas videos, I'm using my Discreet Unicorn Sparkly DK Advent, and I love how that's knitting up. So that's day 1 to 7. So we're going in a pink direction. So even though it's only the 7th today, I thought we'd open day 8 now, so I can maybe also do the second colour today. Hoping tomorrow, if the weather's better, that we can go out tomorrow, at least in the morning. I think someone's going to work later in the afternoon, but we should be able to go out in the morning. So let's do day 8. Day 8. I'm trying to keep everything in their original bags. I don't know, I thought first it was going to be a fade, but I'm not sure it is. The mood board for this one had a lot of purple in it, and so far there has been a lot of purple. Oh, more purple, I love that. So blues and purples or pink, beautiful, really like that. So far it's really fitting in with the mood board. I have got my jelly basket. This one I got in Norway a couple of years ago. I went to Norway and see my parents, and we went to, my mum and I went to a knitting show in Oslo, and there's a shop, yarn shop from Oslo selling these, and I really like those. I'd seen them online on their social media, and I thought I really fancy that. I used to have one in the 80s, so I bought one. My mum bought one as well, and I bought one. Then I was like, how on earth am I going to get that home with me? Because I was travelling with hand luggage only. You can fold them flat, but they take quite a lot of space. So I had a carry-on suitcase and a tote bag, and I managed to fit it inside my tote bag open, almost like a bag liner, and then I just put all my stuff in there. So I managed to get it home. And then I got a purple one, which I keep downstairs for all my spinning stuff, which I got from yarn shop in Cheltenham, run by Vicky Brand Design. I think it's called String. I think it's String. Which I really like as well. So I got 2 of these baskets, but they really bring back the 80s vibe. Okay, let's do the next one. This one is the Cool Woolings, which I'm not knitting up yet. So day 7 was yellow. We had a purple, 3 pinks, a blush pink, and quite a bright yellow. No, we had a muted yellow and then a neon yellow. So yesterday was like neon yellow. So let's see what today is. So I've only got 12 days of this. So, oh, no yarn in this one. Okay, that's surprising. So in today's is one of these. No, I'm not sure what these are. Oh, I guess are they like needle stoppers, I guess? Yeah, I assume that's what they are. Needle stoppers, so that's very nice. I didn't realize that there were days when there wasn't yarn. So that's day 7, and there was also stitch markers in one of the other days. Really loving the colors of this one so far, and I'm really excited to start knitting with it. But I thought I would have 12 colorways, so I guess now I'll only have 11. So 11, if there are 11, that'll be 220 grams. So that's still plenty for what I've got in mind. Hoping to cast on for this over Christmas, or maybe over Christmas. We'll see how my other projects are going. Okay, so the discreet unicorn, let's do day 8. So we are going in a pink direction now. So that was day 6, day 7, day 8. So we're going in a brighter pink direction. I'm only using about kind of 3-ish grams, 3 to 4 grams a day of each ball. So I will have quite a lot left. So I am going to do another project with that. I think I know what I'm going to do. I need to do some swatching and just think about it a bit more. But I think I know what I'm going to do. But I don't think I want to start it till I finish this, because I just want to know what the full color range is. Because if there are loads of oranges somewhere in the middle here, I might take some of those out. It depends on what they're like. Because orange is not my favorite color. I do really like that one, so I'm going to go and wind that one up next and knit with that one. So let's do day 9. So discreet unicorn, day 8 was this, day 9. Okay, I think this is my favorite one so far. Very, very bright pink. Day 8 of Cool Woolings. Oh, it was needle stoppers. Day 7, so the last yarn day was that for the bright pink. And day 8, oh, there were 2 day 8. Okay, I didn't notice that earlier when I did day 8. There are actually 2 with 8. I thought it was strange there wasn't any yarn. So the yarn for day 8 is like a neon green, so it follows on quite nicely. I think this one is worth opening more before I start anything. I've seen some people on social media who have started something, but I think it's worth waiting and starting them all, starting it when I know the whole progression. And then, so let's do day 9. So day 9 is a bright green. Day 8 and day 9. So it kind of feels like a fade. I don't know whether the whole thing will be a fade. But we have 3 left of this one. Day 9 for the love of yarn. My fibre advent. Will there be more purple? Purple, no, pink, violet. Very pretty. I really like that. I'm loving all the colours. There's only been so far I wasn't that keen on because they had a bit of orange in it. But if it's not any more orange than that, spun in with everything else, I might still be okay. I think I also underestimated how much 20 grams of fibre is a day and how much that is in terms of spinning. Probably okay if you can spin thick yarns, but I'm not very good at spinning thick singles. I prefer to spin thin singles. So that is the add-ons. I'll do day 10 on Monday. The other thing I want to do today, I forgot to mention this in the podcast on Thursday. I filmed on Wednesday and I meant to mention this then, but I forgot, and I'm actually going to film a video on it because I have a design in the new issue of the Knitter magazine. When I sent it off in the summer, I did film a bit about that design, so I have that saved on my computer. So I just need to film a bit where I show the photos of the design and like an intro and a quick look at what else is in the magazine. So I'm going to do that after I finish this. But let me just show you, because I forgot to mention this in the podcast last week. So this is my design for the Knitting magazine. It is issue 209 and it is a brioche design. I love that. It is so beautiful. When the colours came, because I didn't choose the colours, when the colours came, they looked like they had a lot of contrast, but when you actually knit with it, they do kind of blend a little bit, but it is quite a nice, let me just see if there's a picture I can show you. Okay, it's difficult to show you the pictures because I can't show you the pattern, but it does alternate a bit. But I'm going to film a video about this now, and I'm thinking that will be out tomorrow. So I'm filming this on Saturday. I'm hoping to get that out so it comes out on Sunday. So when this video is out, that video about the Knitter 209 will be the last video on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see what the shawl looks like in person, do go and look at that, because I filmed a bit of it before I sent it off to the knitter a few months ago. Good morning, it is Monday morning and I thought I would show you what I knitted over the weekend and do the advent calendar for Tuesday, because this video goes out on Tuesday, so that means I'm all up to date. But before I do that, I want to share with you what we did yesterday. So we had horrendous weather on Saturday and we didn't go out, and yesterday the weather was a lot better. It was still very windy, but it was sunny all day. So we went to a National Trust property near Newquay called Trerice. Been there a number of times before. I don't think we've ever been there for their like Christmas display before. Now I must admit, there wasn't a huge amount of Christmas decorations in the house. It's quite a small house, and the main sitting room was used by Father Christmas. So there was a long queue to get into the main sitting room for children to see Father Christmas. A lot more kids around there than there normally is, which was lovely to see. But we had a walk around the house, the rest of the house, and we had a walk around the garden. Simon has got this new old camera. He wanted to take a full roll of film to make sure the camera's working okay. And because the weather's been so bad lately, it's just been difficult to do that. So we walked around the garden for a bit. It's not a huge garden, and he took loads of pictures. He has to use his tripod because of the type of film it is. I think there's a little clip in the video where you can see him. I'm not 100% sure, but I did a bit of video, took some photos, I sat down and did a bit of knitting then. So I'll talk to you about progress of the hat in a minute, but before I'll show you this video clip from Trerice. Okay, so let's look at my hat first. So I think I've nearly finished the straight bit. I need to just measure it properly, but I've nearly finished the straight bit. Where's my, so that's where I was when I filmed the podcast last Wednesday. So I've knitted a lot. That's where the end of the crown shaping is. So I've got to do, I think on the latest hat I did for Simon, this one I did 32 centimeters. On the previous one I did 34. So I need to just measure it. I got my latest hat I knitted in this pattern as well here, because I'm working on the actual pattern at the moment. I'm hoping to finish it this morning. But you can see how the first section was slightly variegated, or semi-solid I guess, but a bit more variegated here. So we'll see what my daughter thinks of that. But I think I'm nearly finished. I've done maybe a centimeter this morning. But yesterday I did 8 centimeters. Yes, I think I did 8 centimeters. I did measure it before I moved my marker when I took my break earlier. So far I've been doing more than my daily target every day since I set myself a target. So I'm hoping I can start the decreases for the crown later on today. I am thinking, because I'm working on a Christmas present for a friend, I need to finish this week. So I may, because I'm doing so well on this hat, I may actually put the hat to one side today and make some progress on this design for my friend, because I am nearly halfway through. So I want to finish the first half today and start the second half. It's something that's in 2 pieces. I'm nearly finished the first thing. So I want to try and finish that today and get at least half, 2/3 of the second half done maybe. It is knitting up quite quickly. And I need to finish it by Thursday, but I'd like to finish it by Wednesday really. So, and it's Monday today. So as I'm so far ahead on this hat, I might actually focus on this other design today and try and get as much of that done today as I can. But we'll see this evening. Depends on what we decide to watch on telly and stuff. If we decide to watch something that requires a bit more concentration, then I'll work on the hat. If we're watching something that doesn't require as much concentration, then I'll work on the other design. So that's the hat, making good progress on that. And then before we open the advent calendars, let me just show you the progress. So this is up to day 9, I think, yes. So the last couple of colours were these two, day 8, day 9, I think that's right. So I'm going to pop those in this bag with all the other leftover yarns. As I finished this thing I'm knitting for my friend, I started Emily's hat and finished like the crown shaping. I made some reasonable amount of progress. So I got, if I can cast on Emily's hat tomorrow, then I think I got like 2 weeks to finish it, which is quite good, especially if I stick with trying to do 5 centimeters a day. And so far I've done more than 5 centimeters a day. So I think then I can maybe cast on for the other design that I've got planned for using this advent yarn. I just love that. It's just so bright and cheerful. So let's have a look at day 10. We'll start with the fibre one, For the Love of Yarn, because that's the box that's on top. I haven't started spinning it yet. I really do want to, but because I've had this daily knitting goal of finishing this present for my friend and the hat and things like that, I've not started this. So I might, once I finish the present for my friend, I might start doing this, because I haven't done any spinning. Apart from applying the yarn I spun over the summer, I haven't done any proper spinning since August. And this Saturday is my local spinning group, and I am hoping to go. It depends a little bit on what we plan to do this weekend, which will depend on the weather. There is a chance I can't go, but we'll know later in the week. Oh, this is interesting. So this is a bit lighter. It's quite a lot of white with some splashes of blue and pinky red. My favorite red is a pinky red. I don't really like an orangey red, but I do like a pinky purple red. Cool Woolings. This one is one I've not started knitting up yet. I've only got 3 more days to go with this one, because there's only 12-day ones. So the last one was a bright green, very bright green. So let's see 10. Make sure I'm picking up the right one. I got a feeling when I see the rest of this, because from what I can work out from what I've seen on Instagram, first 12 days at least so far. It's the same for both the 12 and 24-day Advent. So I'll be interested to see the second half of this Advent. I may well regret not having got the full Advent. So that is day 10. Very pretty. So I'm assuming we're going into some blues now. I'm kind of hoping maybe for blue tomorrow and then a purple again for the end on the 12th, but I doubt that will be it because of the fact that this is half of the full Advent, if you like. So really nice, like those colours. Can't wait to knit something with this. The Discreet Unicorn, which is the one I'm working with. Day 10. It's still on pinks. Oh, I'm wondering if we're going, because this one's got a few little orange speckles. I'm wondering if we're going into oranges now. I just hope there isn't a lot of orange. A little bit of orange would be fine. But I like that. It's a bit lighter than the previous colour. So what was the previous colour? That's the last, that's day 9. So it's a little bit lighter. Doesn't look a lot different here, but I think it looked different knitted up. But it's got some orange speckles. So I'm assuming we're going into like an orange colour, transitioning into orange next. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to finish that project and start the second project I have planned for this yarn. So we've got 3 more days left to go, and then I'll be halfway through this project. So yeah, I'm quite excited. I love how it's setting up, and I can't wait to finish it and see what it's going to look like. That is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And I will see you next time.